Good morning, Orchard STEM School. This is Mr. Hoydick, your art teacher. Today we are working on our cityscape. It's part 3. As you can see, I've been working. This is where we left it when last we were together. And also on the screen, I have my example, the photograph that is my example that I'm working from. You can see my left side of the picture is pretty light. I haven't really done much on this side. And also, some of the buildings on the right side need to be darker. I think that's where I'd like to start today. So what I'm going to do, this building up in the front, I'm going to go ahead and add shadow to all of this building. Now I also want to make sure that my windows are nice and dark so that they show up. Also this side of it. And I want it to be darker than the terminal tower behind it. And also whatever that building is, I can't remember. I want to add some nice shading, nice shadow to all of it. Now let's see. This building here I'm going to keep lighter, but I just want to add some very light shading. Now, since my hand is resting on my picture, I want to maybe be careful rubbing my hand back and forth so that my image doesn't smudge. And there we go. And I'm looking for different shades of gray. Now, this building here, I see that the top has some really cool details that seem like it sort of steps in. So we have steps going up. It's also much lighter on the top. Yeah, this one's definitely key bank. I could see the teeny tiny key on the picture. Now, I remember I showed you last time, if you wish to use a ruler, you can use one as you draw these shapes, or you can clean it up afterwards. And what I see on key bank is kind of weird, like parts of it stick out more. Right about like that. And this goes all the way down to the bottom. Alright. I see on key bank there's definitely a dark spot right over here. This whole edge gets darkened up. Yep. And I see up here, and this could be shadow or it could be a darker spot on the building, and on this side as well. And if you look, each of the buildings, we want to make sure we can see the shadows. Oh, went outside a little bit. That's always okay. Just need to clean it up. And I also see a darker spot there. And then down here, that area is darker too. Now I'm going to shade these outside parts dark. Pretty dark all over it. And down here I might want to establish this line. That's looking pretty good. Now, in addition, a little bit lighter on the main part of the building. And look, if it seems like this front part that I'm shading now is the same shade as the rest, well, I better darken the rest. Now, what am I missing? Windows. And these windows look teeny tiny. I'll just start making just little black rectangles. Now I'll make some on the side here too. All the way down. And I actually want to lighten up this top area. And I want to put my steps that I sort of sketched out before. I'll put those in. There. Oh yeah. And since I want that very top sort of pyramidal part, I want it to be light, I'm going to need to darken the rest of my building accordingly. There we go. That's getting there. Let me clean this up a little bit inside. There we go. And I want to reestablish that line there. And that line there. And darken on my edges. That's looking pretty good. And now I want to start adding some windows on the rest of this. And remember, since there are so many windows, they don't have to be perfect. And don't forget there are windows on the side here too. They might be kind of hard to see. I'll just run them down. Making the windows can become tedious. And if you get bored making windows, well, stop for a minute. Maybe you could go over and do some details on the bridge. There we go. Maybe you could do some details on this little building down here. There we go. And so on. Alright, this is a good place to stop for today. You can see I made a couple of my buildings darker. I started adding the details, all the details on Key Bank. I still have a lot of work to do though over here, and I need to work on the bridge some more. Maybe a little work on Terminal Tower, but not that much. Alright, hey, take it from here, and I'd love to see how your work turns out. Thanks, have a great day.